Hello and welcome to Looking Glass Letterbox. This is the general reading for Aries for December of 2019. We're moving into the end of the year, into a new year, and actually into a whole new decade. So 2020 looks very promising and exciting as we move out of 2019. We're also moving out of Scorpio season, which in Scorpio season, for many of us, it brought to the surface a lot of stuff that we would, if we didn't have to deal with it, we wouldn't. Stuff that we've been avoiding or resisting or been fearful of acknowledging, things of that nature, you know, that we were just hoping we wouldn't have to deal with it. And we were put in the position of having to address it and having to do something about it. But moving into Sagittarius season, from that the heaviness of having to deal with those kinds of challenges and energies and things, Sagittarius brings with it the sun. All right, so after having dealt with those things and come out the other side, for a lot of it, there's a lightening, a renewed spirit, a sense of relief, and a lot of space that was previously occupied by anxiety or worry or resistance are now open and available for new things to move into them. And Sagittarius encourages us to seek the direction that we want to move in, to be adventurous, to be creative, to embrace a vision of what the next level of our experience is going to include, and what we would like to attain, what we would like to achieve, how we would like to evolve into this next version of ourselves. That's potential. So much potential is available with Sagittarius season. It's very exciting. All right, I'm just going to deal the last few cards here. Also, in these December readings, I've had so many double messages coming through in some of the decks for all of the signs. It's not always the same deck, but like for you, Aries, you have a double message with the Animal Spirit Oracle in this reading. So I'm very curious about what that's going to entail for you as well. Also, I want to take a moment. I started doing readings on the channel in January of this year, and I am so grateful and happy and delighted by all of the support that you guys have shown, new viewers, old viewers, subscribers, non-subscribers, you know, all of the likes and the shares and the positive feedback and the subscriptions. I so appreciate it. I've been having so much fun doing this year, and I am just so happy that I found people that appreciate what I have to offer as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. And then also going into December, the yearly overviews are going to be going up in December as well. So if you'd like to be notified when those are posted, you can subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. If you're interested in any of the cards that I've used in the reading, they're always listed in the description below. All right, let's get started. For Aries, for December of 2019, you have Honor Thyself. Just curious, when was the last time you looked into a mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, or sublime? It matters. Here's looking at you, gorgeous, the universe. P.S. Okay, hubba hubba counts. All right, with the Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, I believe. Jupiter has just come into direct alignment with the heart of the Milky Way, which is a significant connection, and also this current influence of the season. If you like to work with the seasons, it's about connecting and acknowledging and embracing those things that we value, what we value about ourselves, what we value about life, what value we want to create, and also what we give and what we receive, and really honoring those things, connecting with those things, and embodying those things in our everyday interactions, in our goals, and in our communications, and in our future endeavors. So appreciate yourself, honor yourself, acknowledge and embrace what it is that you hold to be valuable and how valuable you are as well. And this is your universe has your back. Oneness is my true nature. All right. Belonging, being connected, being everything that you are and showing up with it and being a part of everything that is available to you, being in connection and in union with all of the possibility, to be able to most effectively and efficiently and abundantly manifest within that oneness as well. So at the end of November going into December, for Aries, again, these are general readings, so they may not connect for all of you. I understand that, but hopefully there'll be something here that you can take with you that will be helpful or beneficial in some way. We have the 10 of Pentacles. All right, establishment. Recognizing a level of establishment that you've achieved up until this point. All right, as you're considering the future. Sagittarius season is asking us to consider, where do you go from here? Where would you like to go? Where would you like to align with? So at the beginning of December, end of November, it's appreciating how far you've come and recognizing and being aware and attentive to the establishment that you've already achieved. That's beautiful. So then in the middle of the month, we have the 10 of Wands. All right, so this can indicate feeling overburdened, feeling like you're taking on too much, like you're too busy. In the U.S., it's Thanksgiving. Well, actually, no, that's the beginning of the month. So this may be heading into the end of the year and into the winter holiday festive season. You may be feeling overwhelmed or overburdened. Or you may have a great deal of ambition, but with that ambition is some things that you need to release from the previous experience. So responsibilities or tasks or projects or anything that you're carrying with you up until this point that has been set on the back burner, that is no longer applies, that is kind of only providing you with drag, with resistance. You may not want to put it away forever, but you need to sort through all of the things that you're responsible for, all of the things that you would like to do, that you would like to achieve. There has to be some prioritization and some reorganization of the establishment and with what you're carrying forward with you so that you can be released and open up in order to further efficiently and effectively achieve any of these things that you're carrying forward. All right, and that's not a small prospect. It does require shifting around some of the details of what you've already manifested, what you've already established, but also it can provide you with a great amount of relief if you finally let go of things that you've been carrying with you forever, that you just forgot to put down, that you don't need to bring with you anymore, that don't fit your vision of the future, that aren't in alignment with the oneness or aren't in alignment with who you are, what you would like to do, and how you want to show up in the world. So check all of the responsibilities and the tasks and the projects that you've been carrying up until the end of the year and release some of those. Let them go or put them away or set them aside. Earmark them for future endeavor, but don't carry them actively with you at the moment so that then you can give your energy to establishing them, the few things that you do want to actively engage with at the moment. You have the energy and the ability to bring those to further fruition and to actualize those things. And then at the end of the month, we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, so a little bit of a lightening of load. You've come a long way. You've ascended. All of the wands are about our actions and our drive and our purpose and our passions. So you've taken a lot of steps to engage with and to achieve this level of stability and establishment that you've reached at this point. You know, you've been through it. You've been doing what needs to be done in a big way. You might be feeling a little worn out, a little bit exhausted, but you've risen to the point of fruition. You've arrived there. So releasing the burdens that no longer apply so that those things that you do have, that you are ambitious about, that you do want to carry forward, it'll be a lighter load to carry forward from this point and into the new decade for new experience and new revelation and the next level of your experience, to open you up to new horizons and new challenges and new goals. That's lovely. All right, and then this is a situation that some of you may be dealing with, temperance. Okay, change, the alchemy of change, rebalancing, accepting that in order for further growth to happen and for new ambition to be actualized and to prevent stagnation and suspension, this establishment, some things are going to have to be shifted around and changed in order to allow that alchemy to be created. So there may be that may be where some of this overwhelm, for whoever's connecting to this, where this overwhelm with the 10 of Wands is coming from, is because things are changing. They cannot stay the same. They cannot carry on as they have been. So releasing yourself from the stagnation of this sort of burdensome or overwhelming sort of energy is going to allow for that change to carry on and move through, and you'll be released from all of that negative influence and constriction that this can apply. So the problem within the temperance, within the rebalancing and the action of the changing, is the King of Swords. Okay, being fair and analytical and knowing your own mind may be a problem. It may be, this also may be Sagittarius. It may be the energy of the Sagittarius season. And that's actually a light and ebullient and, you know, visionary sort of expansion with this. So in order to fully embrace this, you may have to release a little bit of stubbornness, a little bit of you may have to alter your perception or your perspective on what is involved with all of these wands that you're carrying with the 10 of Wands. There's some action or some ambition that you've been carrying with you for a while that is just, you've been insistent upon possibly that you need to carry forward with you. But in all actuality, in order for the change and the release and the further growth and the further manifestation, the leveling up, something here has to be released. Something in your understanding or your perspective or the story that you tell yourself or what you feel has to be included may need to be released. That may be the wrench in the works, because for a long time you may have felt that, no, this absolutely has to be a part of this, whatever this information is. So in order to help you to analyze that fairly and analytically with clarity, and then know how to take action, know the decision to take to on what to release and on what to further invest in, you have the 10 of Wands. All right, so at least one of you out there is feeling extremely like you are carrying the world on your shoulders, and if you drop it, all will be ruined. No, the 10 of Wands is simply asking you to go through and prioritize, release what no longer applies, and embrace and carry forward what is actively and pertinently available at the moment. Some things may have to be set aside for the future. That's fine. Some things may need to be released forever. You know, that's up to you. But if you can just sift through them and lighten your load a little bit and check your perception and your perspective and allow for this transition to happen, stay in alignment and honor yourself and what you value and how you are valued and how you value yourself and your connection within yourself and then also with the world around you. And that's going to help you to take the decision that must be made in order and what needs to be released from these wands here. All right, and then we have your animal spirit oracle cards. Oh, beautiful. You have the Panther and the Nightingale. All right, so with the Panther is about the annihilation of the unnecessary. All right, the Panther energy, when that shows up, it's about purging. The Panther energy, it won't stand to see your growth or your energy stagnate. So you may be feeling, if you're feeling stymied at the moment by all of this stuff that you're carrying with you, all of this stuff that you have to do, that you feel that you have to do, that you feel is your sole responsibility, you know, find someone to help you carry that load, or eliminate some of those responsibilities that you don't need to carry forward with you based on where you would like to move into the future. So sometimes it's uncomfortable when we have the Panther energy show up, because it can be unexpected, it can be uncomfortable, and sometimes it may feel devastating because, you know, you've been carrying all of this for so long, and you've been so certain that you're the only one who could make this work, that to take then the decision to release some of that can be very turbulent. So, but when that happens, and when you do go through those things, and when you do release, and the dust settles, then that opens you up to be brave and productive. So sometimes the 10 of Wands energy can be a self-destructive sort of influence, because it's a little bit self-defeating. We carry so much, we know that eventually, you know, there's going to be a straw that breaks the camel's back. There's going to be a moment where we stumble, where we crumble, and things fall apart, and that puts us in a state of anxiety or fear or resistance. But in taking a proactive approach and using the Panther energy to sort of help to release some of these responsibilities, or at least reprioritize them and delegate some of those responsibilities to other people to help you, then that is going to be effective in allowing you to propel forward. All right, so Panther energy, I love Panther energy. It's fantastic. And then you have the Nightingale. And the Nightingale is, the Panther energy is fire. It allows you to sort of burn away the superfluous. The Nightingale is air, and the Nightingale, it's a fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. So this is about speaking freely with kindness. It's about expressing yourself. Is there something that you have to say? Something that you've been keeping to yourself, something that you feel you need to honor within yourself, that you need to communicate to those people that are important to you, or just to the world in general. So the Nightingale card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. So is there something you need to say? How long has it been that you've been needing to say this, that you've been aware that this is something that you want to give voice to? So you can write it down, you can speak it out, you can sing it, as long as you express it in some way and annihilate what is unnecessarily, remove the barriers that you are, or remove some of this weight so that you can move, so that you can breathe more freely, and then speak your truth and honor yourself and value yourself and recognize and embrace your connection to everything around you. And that's going to help you to get to the next level of your own experience and closer to the next level of what this is that you've established already. Some things may need to shift around. Some things may need to be released or removed. You know, that's necessary at, you know, for everyone at some stages of their life. And then once you do that, that opens up the space, that opens up the room, that allows the winds of change to move in and allow for further evolution. All right, and now you have your Enchanted Map Oracle, and that is the Magical Map Shifter. All right, so with Magical Map Shifter, it's Spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. So when this card shows up, it shows up with a mission to make you aware of people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. So if there is going to be someone that's coming in that you will be able to rely on, that will be able to help you carry and realign and repurpose or reprioritize some of these responsibilities that you've been carrying with you, excellent. They're there for a reason. So you may be coming into contact with someone that invites you to be the best of yourself, that invites you and shows you that they appreciate and value who you are, and encourages you to acknowledge that within yourself if you have been having trouble doing that. So it may be someone who's leading you out of difficulty into a place of safety or success. So pay attention to individuals who cross your path and cause you to reflect on what you've been through and how far you've come on your journey so far. Be awake and aware to recognize them for the significance that they're bringing into your life. You know, they're agents of change. So they're going to help you to shift your perspective about who you are and why you're here. And that's going to help you open up. That's going to help you to embrace this change and reach this next level of your own experience. So that may be what the King of Swords here is, that you need someone, or maybe not need someone, but someone is going to come across your path that's going to make you shift your perspective about who you are and why you're here. You know, not that the perspective that you've had up until this point has been incorrect. It's just, it's not that at all. You know, you've been living, you know, and doing things and making decisions and manifesting things in life to certain levels of success, certain levels of failure, but you've been engaged in living your life up to this point, and you haven't been wrong. But this may just be the point at which it's time that the agent of change is going to allow you to shift your perspective for the next evolution of yourself. We are moving into a new decade. So taking stock of the previous decade with the 10 of Wands and with the 10 of Pentacles, taking stock of everything that you've accomplished and everything that you've been carrying with you for this past 10 years, and realigning your perspective, realigning your purpose, removing what no longer applies, getting in tune with what is truly valuable to you, getting aligned with your oneness and speaking your truth, expressing what it is that you want, where you want to go next. That's all, it's all very significant, particularly in a Sagittarius sort of influence. That's amazing. Excellent. All right, and then also at the bottom of the deck here, in evaluating what you've established and evaluating the responsibilities and the things that you've been carrying with you, and also your ambitions over the past decade, you have the Daughter of Wands here. The Daughter of Wands is creative and she's visionary, and it's also the Page of Wands, but it's about preparing for a new adventure, being excited about what's next, getting the gear, taking the classes, finding out the details so that you're prepared to really fully engage and be a part of what is coming up for you, you know, and in being excited to move into that space. Again, it's a wand energy, it's a fire energy, very Aries. So that is all that I have for you for December, Aries. I hope that was helpful. And you guys have a fantastic and wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in the yearly overviews. Bye.